NHL Winter Classic this year, where it was Sidney Crosby versus his friend. I guess Sidney Crosby, the great hockey player from Pittsburgh, practiced hockey in his basement by shooting the puck into a washer dryer. And he invited his teammate over, and they were playing, and the friend was beating him 3-1, and then the commercial literally ended. And it said, if you want to see the rest of this, go to facebook.com/ReebokHockey. I jumped to Reebok Hockey, started refreshing their fan page, and then over the course of an hour and a half, they picked up 60,000 new fans, now likes, which really became interesting because at last year's Super Bowl, I got really, really pissed at Denny's. Denny's spent $9 million to give away Grand Slam breakfasts, right? They ran 3 commercials at $3 million a pop, right? Here's where it gets fascinating. A shitload of people went to Denny's, and everybody ate pancakes, and that's all great. Here's my problem. Denny's doesn't know who did it. Denny's has no clue who came in and ate. Who, you know who knows? The credit card companies, because most people probably pay with credit cards. And if Denny's wants to know anything about their customer, they have to buy it back from the credit card companies. That's what these companies do. My point was, why not, and I understand not everybody's on Facebook, and you don't want to alienate your clientele, though right now the numbers are so staggering. But I thought, why not say on the commercial, and if you want an extra free orange juice, go to facebook.com/Denny's to print out the coupon. What would have happened next is Denny's would have probably picked up 1 million fans, everybody watching the Super Bowl. And more importantly, those 1 million people that they know are qualified and going to their stores, they would keep that data forever. And they would be able to monetize and sell against it forever. We're living in a very heavy data opportunity right now, and too many people are leaving it on the table. So traditional media needs to have social layer on top of it. It's just insane to leave it on the table. You can make your dollar go further. The networking opportunities are clearly staggering because I have a great example in the new book of a phone company. Somebody's tweeted out, people are funny, I think when people first think about Twitter, like, what would I say? And I think that's where people really get broken on Twitter. It's really not what you say, it's about how you listen, which is a tremendous shirt over there, by the way. I'm listening, I like that. I might steal that off your back. But somebody literally tweeted out that they got pissed about their phone company because they were having problems, and an account rep from another company hit them up and stole a $2.5 million account. One tweet. It's real. It's happening every single day. The problem is it's hard. I'm working with a lot of consumer brands right now, and I'm asking them, why in the world would we ever let somebody tweet about our brand and not respond to them? Why? There are so many people more than willing to get in the trenches and engage with people about brands they're passionate about, but they're allocating funds to throwing it on the stack them high, let them fly concept. They'd much rather spend $4 million on a TV campaign than hire a bunch of people for $70,000 a year that can engage with every single person talking about it. It is a marketer's dream to have people talk about their business. Would you let somebody sitting next to you right now talk about your business and not jump into the conversation? That'd be insane. That would be absolutely insane. Yeah, go ahead.
There was a big consumer brand that just had a,
I saw a television commercial the other night where a big consumer brand had gone out and somebody had tweeted about it and they were going to this guy's house with a camera.
Yeah, was that like the biscuits?
It was like Bisquick or something. It was really, anyway, that was an interesting layer.
Was that? Yeah, Wheat Thins. Yeah.
Wheat Thins, that's right. Yeah. They gave him a pallet of Wheat Thins.
Yeah, they rolled up on him. Here's the thing. We're not used to having relationships with brands, right? Like imagine if, let's paint this scenario. 10 years ago, you're sitting in your apartment with your buddy, you're watching the game, you're like, you know what, this Bud Light sucks. If an hour later, somebody rang the doorbell and said, hey man, it's Jim from Bud Light, you fucking punch him in the face and you up your apartment. You're shitless. Like, it's totally inappropriate. You probably move, and you probably be really scared. Now, it's expected culture. It's okay. And for brands, that is a humongous victory. That is an enormous leap that we've made culturally, that it's okay for Coca-Cola to talk to me because they can see it, it's public, and I'm looking at them talking to us. And to me, that is a humongous shift. So things like this is very interesting. It's only a 5-year window because what's going to happen is every brand is going to do this, and you're going to become numb to it. People used to lose their mind in 1998 when I would do free shipping on WineLibrary.com. They didn't even know how to handle it. I had people buying wine for their daughter's wedding, and the girl was like 4. Because it was such a rarity. Free shipping was insane. And now, we're oblivious to it. Do you know what banner ads ratios were in 1994 and 5? 10%. You know what they are now? 0.06. We've become immune to this. And so we have this pocket right now within social 5 years where our good deeds and our engagement and us giving the crap is going to really build the opportunity for lifetime customers. But it's going to be a short window. Let's go into some questions. Raise them up. Yeah. Stand up and give it strong.
No.
I'll be loud. Okay, so I was at a coffee
Can
shop.
everybody hear him? Go.
I was at a coffee shop talking with this guy that was much more experienced in the internet industry. He was a programmer, genius, you know. And I was telling him, you know, our site needs to be more tethered to the social web, like Facebook, Twitter. If you're not tethered to the social web, then your site's almost invisible because people go to Facebook before they go anywhere else on the web. And he's like, young man, cool your jets, cool your jets. Seriously, it was actually really intriguing because he was like, 5 years from now, Facebook might be the most powerful brand on the web, but you're not going to go there to hang out with your friends anymore. You're not going to go there to see your friends like you're going there now because you pick your friends and you go somewhere together. You don't go somewhere to see your friends. And I want to see what you thought of that whole concept.
I think he's probably right in some ways. That's why Facebook opened up the world, right? I mean, if you look at Facebook today, the Facebook like buttons, they're not doing that for their health. You know, the fact, you know, I think one of the most important things that's going on right now on the web is Facebook Connect, right? Let's talk about Facebook Connect. How many people in this room are familiar with chat roulette? Raise your hand. All right, for the half of you that aren't, there was a site that came out 6 to 8 months ago called Chat Roulette, started by a 17-year-old Russian kid. What you would do is, how many of you are familiar with like cameras on your computer and you can talk? Raise your hand, just want to make sure. All right, so he activated that so that on this site you would activate your camera, you'd hit a button, and you'd randomly be taken face-to-face with somebody else. So here's what happened.
Lots of
I heard about it very early on, like literally before the New York Times or anything else before TechCrunch. I went on it, and in the first 20 minutes that I was on the site, I was subjected to more male genitalia than I've seen. Because what happened was it became a ghetto, because there was no context. But the site is thriving, and there's a lot of intrigue for new discovery. That's how people roll. But it became a very red light district kind of website, and so it scaled its growth. My opinion always on that was they needed to put Facebook Connect on top of it. If everybody was signing in could only go on with their Facebook account, it'd be really interesting once everybody knows who you are, how quickly you would keep on your clothes. And so here's what I think is very important. This is why I do firmly believe that Facebook will become the biggest company in the world. Here's why. Because the people that think Facebook's the new MySpace have no context of what they're accomplishing. They've mapped the social graph. It's real hard to leave. I had a friend who was trying to leave the other day, Facebook, because he got caught up in the privacy thing, kind of non-techie guy, he loved, mainstream America, right? He emailed me, he's like, Eric, you should know about this, I know you care about this stuff. He's like, I was leaving, and as I was finally signing out, they just showed me a picture of my entire family and friends and said, good luck, we're going to miss you, but so is Uncle Sal. And your mom. And his 7 best friends like, oh, fuck, and he went right back in. Here's what Facebook is. That's my license. Facebook is identity. Real identity, which is very important. Because a lot of us that were in the web 10 years ago, we were always worried that our competitors would say things about us and talk bad about our stores or our service. Once you're this, it's really, really easy to become this. And once you're this, and you're this, you make a shitload of money. And that's what they're accomplishing. They've graphed the social graph. They know who your friends are, and they know your context. They're so scary, get this, they won't talk.